Get up and go with Dunken and Carly on demand.
All right, you got any other guesses? 9 biggest money mistakes that people make when they're young.
Is it traveling too much?
No. That is a good guess, though.
Is it going to too many concerts?
That's no.
Okay.
Because you see all that stuff on social media, so you're like, I gotta go.
I gotta keep up with all my friends.
So then you put it on your credit card, and then you never pay the credit card.
Wait, my friends, their parents are paying for all this.
Yeah.
Parents aren't.
You'd be surprised how much help some people get from their parents sometimes.
All right, so these are the biggest money mistakes that people make. Young people
When
make.
they're young, yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All
This
right.
is according to Finance Buzz. Number 9 is skipping insurance.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that'll bite you in the butt if you need it.
Scary. Borrowing too much money. Number 7, impulse purchases. Number 6, not tracking your spending.
All right, I still don't do that.
Number 5, comparing yourself to others.
All right.
So I suppose that's
Yeah.
the concerts and the traveling and that kind of thing.
Clothes and all of that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. The number 4 biggest money mistake that people make when they're young, spending too much on a house, which I think a lot of people have done that in the past couple of years.
Unfortunately, you really don't have an option. You're going to
Yeah,
spend
but
a lot on
like-
your house.
There are people that I'm friends with on Facebook who are my age or younger who have purchased a place recently, and I'm like, why? We're young. Wait it out.
Well, they're
Yes.
building equity, Carly.
No, they're going to be house poor in a couple of years.
Okay.
But my theory is that they got a lot of help from
Mom and Dad.
Yeah. Number 3, not investing in retirement early. The number 2 biggest money mistake that people make when they're young, getting into credit card debt in college. We talked about that one. The number 1 biggest money mistake that people make when they're young, you're going to understand why I laughed, choosing the wrong career.
Oh.
Choosing a career that doesn't make them enough money.
Oh, I'm going to be on the radio. I'm going to be rich and famous. No and no.
Because first of all, you shouldn't choose your career based on money. That should be like a factor, but that shouldn't be the main reason you pick a career. But second of all, when you asked me earlier if you made this mistake, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
you win some, you lose some, I guess.
Did you find the story?
I did.
I haven't read it yet, but on our app right now, there's a story about a dumpster diver that was caught in Rochester and charged with identity theft. Silly me, I didn't know dumpster diving was illegal. I guess maybe it depends on what you're taking out of the dumpster. But I've heard of people going to like behind Best Buy or Walmart or Target and waiting for them to throw out the stuff that they can't sell on clearance and then scooping it all up. How old is this woman?
She's 50.
50.
Her and her husband were here because he needed to get seen at Mayo, it sounds like.
Okay, so she's not even from here.
No. So my understanding is that she went dumpster diving to find things for identity theft.
Oh, so she was looking for like credit card statements and checks and stuff like that?
They went to her hotel room and found 2 bags of papers containing financial and identifying information of other people.
Oh, you got to get a shredder, people.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. If there's anything that can identify you, make it easy for someone to steal your identity, then yeah, shred that stuff.
I like to think I'm a BA.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't even know what to do with that stuff, though. Like,
Oh, if you stole it,
Yeah,
and you
like-
looked at it, you're like, okay, cool.
I got your numbers, but what do I do now? Like, right?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So her hotel room, her vehicle, and her purse contained personal and identifying information of approximately 200 people and businesses.
Wow. All right, so that's pretty scary. I would think that the police are going to contact those people so they can monitor their accounts.
Likely. There's also court record of some of the seized materials. Like obviously nothing super specific because identity theft.
Yeah, right?
But it'll give, I would think it would give enough information to lead you down the right path if you think it could be yours. So.
Here we go. She was doing it to support her meth habit.
No, I thought it was her husband.
Was it his meth habit? Don't do
Hold
meth,
on.
people.
Well, yes.
It never ends well.
No. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, I skimmed it too fast. She was here for her husband's medical appointments, and she relapsed on meth, which led to dumpster diving to find documents useful for identity theft.
That's sad.
Yeah.
People talk about rock bottom, right?
Yeah.
If you're digging in a dumpster,
I know,
like, you
I
have to
know.
like really evaluate where your life is.
Right.
All right. Well, that's pretty scary. 200 people or businesses potentially involved in this identity theft here in Rochester. You can get all the details right now on the 106.9 KRLC app.
We have a winter storm coming our way.
Yay.
Great. 4 to 8 inches of snow possible. I've got nothing else about that. It's just sad.
It really is sad, right?
Really upsetting.
This is the worst month because we'll get those days where it's 40 or 45.
I know.
And then, Thursday, 4 to 8 inches of snow. It's going to be gross.
Yeah. There's a new study by the World Obesity Federation that says more than 50% of the population will be overweight by 2035. Right now, it's at 38%.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's really sad.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of the problem is that people can't afford to get the good food, the food that's actually good for you sometimes. And
sometimes they feed their kids big buddies, the 72-ounce sodas. So they start them at a young age, and then they never get out of that cycle.
There is that.
Sorry, that's the parent in me.
But there's food that's expensive.
It is more expensive to eat healthy. You're right.
It's more expensive to eat healthy a lot of the time. It's getting even harder nowadays with prices of everything going up, nobody's income going up. So
Wait, your income didn't go up?
No, yours did. Excuse you?
No, it didn't.
There are 3 Minnesota small towns that are among the best in America. I almost said in Minnesota. No S.
Best cities to live in?
No, just
towns?
the best small towns in general. So those 3 are...
Lanesboro?
No.
Oh, wow.
I know.
What's up, Lanesboro? You're always on these lists.
Walker, Minnesota is on this list.
Never heard of it.
Is up on Leech Lake.
Okay.
So up north a little bit. Medina, which is west of the cities. Small town west of the cities.
Okay.
Kind of by Lake Minnetonka area. So of course it's on the list. Yeah. And then New Ulm is the one in our neck of the woods.
Oh, New Ulm's cool.
List. Yeah, New Ulm definitely should be on this list. So if you have a mullet, apparently you are more fun than everybody else.
Explain.
So there was a survey that was done asking people with mullets what their personality is like.
Okay.
And they found that people with mullets typically go out about 5 nights per month versus non-mullet people go out about 3 nights per month. People with mullets are also described as being more influential in their friend group.
People with mullets don't give a...
True.
So I could see how they're more fun, right? Because they don't worry about what other people think.
So my thought with going out 5 nights a month. Well, that's probably because they're not married.
Oh, Carly.
Sorry. Mullets are ugly. I'm so sorry. You also might see Girl Scout cookies having a little shortage problem right now. I know. So the company that's responsible for making these cookies and distributing them to the Girl Scouts, they're having supply chain issues. Could impact the distribution of Samoas and Toffee-tastic cookies.
Oh,
I don't know what Toffee-tastic cookies are.
It sounds
We
like a grandma
obviously
cookie.
don't call them that here.
No, Samoas, though.
Samoas, yeah. I already got mine, so I'm good.
So screw everybody else is what Carly's
yeah. And finally, there is a Minnesota woman who is going to be on national television on Wednesday. She is going to be on HGTV on House Hunters.
Okay.
So she was looking for her house with her real estate agent up in Alexandria. And so
there's some nice houses out there.
She's going to be on House Hunters.
She's got a $200,000 budget and she's looking at $7 million lake houses. I love that show.
So she actually, the title of the episode is From Homeless to Homeowner in Minnesota.
Okay.
So she actually was having a tough time with her, her and her son were having a hard time. So now she's actually able to buy her own house.
This is going to be one of those feel-good episodes.
It's going to be a feel-good one, yeah.
All right, you can read more about that right now on the 106.9 KRLC app. We're 3 hours into our show, and Carly just told me what happened to her this weekend. And oh my gosh, Carly, this is some sort of karma. I don't even know if it's karma or bad luck.
I'm going to go bad luck here just because It's on camera.
All right, so Carly is our engagement specialist here at 106.9 KRLC.
Thank you.
That does not come with a raise.
Dang it.
The title. So Carly's putting out questions all the time on our Facebook page, just, you know, to create conversations that we can bring to the radio, have some fun with them, right?
Yep.
And the other day, last week, you put up a post asking people if they've ever
dinged somebody's car and what happened.
And our digital editor...
He was making fun of me. He
immediately
was like,
gave you crap.
Nobody's going to comment on that, Carly. I'm like, I don't know.
And then you came to me and you're like, oh, Aaron's making fun of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, he's kind of got a point. Nobody's going to admit to breaking the law and driving off. So here we go with the karma / bad luck, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
What happened to you this weekend?
This weekend at like 12:30 at night, someone hit my car and took off.
So
I was asleep. My car was parked on the side of the road. It was the neighbors somebody was visiting the neighbors across the street. They backed their truck out. You could see that. So the funny thing is that we have a camera in our
everybody has
front.
a camera now.
And so like, we caught you, dude. So he like backs up, stops as if he's like, I don't know that I can go any further, and then keeps going anyways. And then you can see my car move. Now it's not like major damage. I really don't have to get it repaired, especially with how crappy my car is. But like, it's the thought. Like,
yeah, sometimes you're gonna like open your door on a windy day and your door's gonna fly into the car next to you.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. Like, stuff's gonna happen.
Sure.
The thought, like, you just say, hey, sorry.
Right. Or
leave a note.
Really, this is a hit and run. Like, this is gonna be a big issue for this guy's insurance because he hit my car and took off, and I have proof of it. So, sorry, bro. Karma. That's karma, I think. The fact that they think they didn't get caught. So, come on.
Well, it was late at night, too, so they probably were drinking.
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. They were there for like 2 hours.
Are you going to go talk to your neighbor?
Because we saw him pull up and then leave 2 hours later. So I don't know. I'd rather not go talk to the neighbor. I'd love to just let insurance take care of it. But
how does that work? So your insurance rates will go up too.
I don't know.
I think so, because I think every time you file a claim, whether it's their fault or not, I think it affects you.
I asked our insurance guy, because if it's gonna make our rates go up, I'm not saying nothing. Claims, I have no idea what I don't know what he's talking about.
Insurance is the worst.
Yeah, because my car is not worth it.
Your car is not worth it.
It is not worth it. I just want this guy to get what's coming to him because he hit my car and left. But if my rates are going to go up, well, then I guess whatever. But
get to the bottom of it. Find his license plate number. We'll just blast him on the radio for like a week straight.
That sounds great. It's a red truck.
Dunken and Carly, weekday mornings on 106.9 KROC.